All right. Good morning. Good morning. We are live. Got the contract rollover. Yeah, we're moving over to the H contract. Probably should have done it yesterday, but typically I like to roll whenever trading view rolls, I just roll at the same time. Also, I do not use back adjusted charts. No back adjustment. So we're taking a look at NASDAQ this morning on a non back adjusted chart with the rollover already completed. And when we look at this, we can see that price is just within prior day's range. So for this morning, really what I want to see, we're kind of starting to see potentially a new near-term range start to build out here. You got late Friday's action, all of Monday's action, and then the overnight action, all contained within this 380 by 25 100 area. What I want to see for today is if buyers can essentially hold price above 25 225 by 25 200. That's been a significant zone over the past couple of days. Yesterday, buyers could not really get price above that area, right? You have kind of one little look above that area and then bumps into it, rejects, bumps into it, rejects, bumps into it, rejects. On Friday, it held better as support. So it's kind of, as far as the near term structure is concerned, it's kind of a midpoint of the near term structure. And the idea is that if buyers can hold right here, could see a retest up into 380, maybe even prior day high, maybe even 500. Now keep in mind it is a neutral bearish backdrop. So need to be extra cautious with those longs. And if we end up having a failure right in this area, personally I'll be hands off until we start to see really, I like the overnight low, prior day low area. I'll be watching down into that zone. So that's pretty much the game plan for this morning. We got the hot espresso, working on my steamed milk game. I normally drink iced, but it's been cold. It has been super cold here in Dallas. So we're on the hot coffee train. We got about 3 minutes till the open. Mic check. Sound looks good on my end. You may want to do a speaker check. All good? All right. There we go. Yesterday, break even day. Started the morning with a loss. And we took one more trade just to get flat on the day. Very slow day yesterday. Volume below, well below average, but likely due to a contract roll. We'll see what we end up getting today. This morning, I tried a couple of scalps. After NFP, no follow through on either of those, so just small green. Couple scalps there. I was looking at the value area high, as well as the NFP low. Little sweep of the NFP low with the extended hours value area high right through there. No follow through. So you just cut it onto the next. Ran the Dallas Marathon Sunday. Nice. Full or half? Man, that was the Dallas Marathon. I live basically right in the center of that. Shuts everything down. You can't do anything. Can't go anywhere. All the roads are closed. $15 seconds. Let's see this open. Let's see a NQ right here, 25,225. Jeff Fold, nice. Well done. Well done, man. How many people on the Dallas Marathon? I'm not sure how many people. I know it is the longest running marathon in Texas. So it's pretty popular. All right, so NQ right off the open, a little bounce from 225. Not wanting to trade the open, so no position there for me. You have ES sitting right near the 68, 65 level of interest. Top step X is down again, man. It's like every week something going on with Top Step X. Dom, yours is good. That's good. Jacob down. Rough. Guys need a backup. Tradovate backup. Well, you're not missing much here anyway. Tradovate needs an update. Yeah, I saw they're dropping some new features at the start of the year. So they're definitely working on it. I'd like to see them bring that kind of bracket order system that Project X has, that Top Step X has, where you can just drag right on the chart, and then if you trim one contract, the trail will update automatically. Yeah, their charts are terrible. That's true. So a little consolidation here off the open. I believe we have a 9:45 a.m. print, which will be in 10 minutes. Let's double check. Yeah, it looks like we had PMI 9:45. Nasdaq new highs. Much better volume this morning. Good to see. Right now, I'll be looking at reaction into 380, basically overnight high. See the bounce on higher time frames right from that zone. So that's kind of the main idea. Did not really see an entry though. The volume just died off there. We got data in 4 minutes. ES weaker. Yeah, I see ES into session lows. Chicken pot pie top step is down too. Yeah, it sounds like it's down for everyone. No trades yet on my end for RTH. Trader bait working fine. Yep. All good on trader bait. Got PMI data here in 2 minutes, just FYI. All right, let's see this data print. 30 seconds. Still cash for RTH. No trades taken. Just staying patient right now. Look at that spread open up. My goodness. Nothing burger. Yes, sir. NQ new low. Look at that 30-minute bar. Big wick. Let's see the 15. So, like I said, we want to see is the 200 by 225 going to hold or not? 'It's not bad, not bad, not bad. $200 by 225 intraday spring. Show me 350. What platform do I use to trade? This is Trade Ovate. I like Trade Ovate. Tried and true. Old reliable. I'm trailing 297 right now. Thanks, Mario. Appreciate it, man. Per plan. That's all I can ask for, right? Just follow my plan. Not every trade's gonna work, but if I follow my plan, I'll be solid in the long run. Trailing 311, and I'll cut it at 350 if they want to give me the highs right here. So close. I might just trail a little tighter. I'm going to trail 325. Three two three seven five is the trail. Probably looks like it's gonna get grabbed right here. There it is. There we go. We lock it in. All good. 75 points per plan. Again, like I discussed ahead of the bell and in the pre-market prep notes this morning, I wanted to see how price responded to this zone right there here, 200 by 225. Right off the open, we had a bounce. I don't really love trading the open, so I'm going to pass on that one. And then a little bit later in the morning, post data, that's what we call the spring setup. Little sweep of the low, get the long. There's my target session highs. So trailed a bit tight. All good. Here comes overnight high in the 380 level of interest. So now watching reaction at 380 and the overnight high for NQ. So far, that's just a little sweep of overnight high. So far, decent short opportunity up there. Overnight high, 380 level of interest. I'm looking for longs, so I'm not going to be taking that, but decent nonetheless. D-Wall, yeah, that has your name all over it, man. Nice work. What is a volume indicator? This is the Ophiuchus relative volume indicator. It's private for our community. If you're in the Traders Think Tank, you'll find it in the Resources tab. Someone asked about the indicator every day. Yeah. New shiny toy. I do find RVol quite helpful, but RVol alone is not gonna it's not gonna make you a profitable trader on its own. It's just one tool, one thing that we use. It's a case of pretty much all indicators. Tool. It's just a tool. Right now, just staying patient. We got one trade for RTH. We did the long, but got the main idea I wanted. Trailed a bit tight, was targeting the highs. Still got 75 points out of it. And now what I want to see is how price responds to the 380. We have overnight high, prior day high, and a level of interest right there at 380. I mean, really, it's 380 by 410. So, I mean, I love the longs. Really like break that area. Give me some sort of retest right in there. That'd be a market structure based entry per plan. Otherwise, I sit tight and wait. How do I approach NFP days? Same as every other day. Same as every other day. Start with higher time frame analysis. Get a game plan together. Understand how I want to position based on what the higher time frames are showing. Write it all up, type it all up, post it in the Traders Think Tank, pre-market prep notes, jump in the live stream, wait for one of the ideas to materialize, execute accordingly. Boom, boom, boom. Knock out the review, call it a day. Day in and day out. All right, NQ, almost fresh highs. There's your fresh high. Okay. Okay, okay. Look at the daily bar. Still very early, but look at that daily bar. Is it hammer time? Is it? Is it hammer time? Might be hammer time. The worst part about making hot espresso though is that last little part that gets cold. That just doesn't happen when you ice it. It's not nice. Even in the Yeti. Even in the Yeti, it's just like last little sip is cold. Tragic. First world problems right there. So there's a test of the prior day high. I need to see price get out of this area. Just means you're drinking it too slowly. Yeah, that's valid. That's true. Valid point. Dom would love to enter, but can't. Session is done. Is PJX still down? I bet people are going crazy in the Top Step live stream chat. Top Step TV. Just spamming it. Let's see. Oh. Oh man, they disabled the chat. Okay, yeah, that's when you know it's real bad. Oh my goodness. Uh, I shouldn't laugh. That's terrible. I'm sorry. So another rejection right from that zone. Like I said, I want to price clear it, clear the area, break above, retest, give me the entry. But there's just another rejection. That's like D-wall entry number 2 right there. I know a D-wall short entry when I see it. D-wall, nice trade, man. That's your signature play right there. Personally, just staying patient. What's up, Ray? Top step not working. It's a good time to fire up a Trade Ovate prop account. Tradeify is a good option. Funded Next is a good option. You already mentioned Lucid. Number one, in my opinion, is Take Profit Trader. Yes, their customer service does absolutely suck, but as far as their rules and their offering, it is the best. It is the best, if you ask me. Nothing like it. Oh, D-Wall brings up a great point. Self-funded account. Self-funded. Everyone's goal in 2026, if you don't have one already, take your profits from your prop firms, cycle them into a personal account. I'll take bad customer service over my broker going down every New York session open. Yeah. They got to rename to Downstep after this. Brutal. Brutal. $10 to $15K self-funded in 2026. Dom, heck yeah. Now we're talking. You can do a lot with that. You can do a lot with that. Even 5K. Even 5K. You can do a lot with 5K in a self-funded account. I mean, think about it this way. A 150K prop account is, realistically speaking, just a $4,500 account, because we're only talking about the drawdown. So we're talking about drawdown limit. And so if you use TradeOvate or Ninja Trader, though, that I'm pretty sure NQ is I'm pretty sure the margins are 1K for one NQ contract, just off the top of my head, which means your MNQ would be 100 and ES is even less. I'm pretty sure ES is 500 by 50 for MES. Right. What would safe sizing be for a 15K account? I mean, you can't really give a blanket statement there, because sizing is gonna vary from person to person based on experience, strategy, stats, hit rate, profit factor, all these things. Yeah, start light. Definitely start light. 3 to 4 micros, scale up. Because if you've never traded your own capital before, there's going to be an adjustment period. You're going to feel the nerves way more. Way, way more. It's going to cloud your judgment. So you got to kind of build into it. Trade your own options capital. Yeah, that's right. I remember those days. Nothing sets money on fire quite like options. And that's coming from someone who traded options for 6 years. Boy, I've been caught off sides in some options badly. Badly. My goodness. At least with futures, you have defined risk. That's the worst part about options. Your risk is loosely defined. With futures, it's pretty firm. I mean, there is some slippage here and there, but for the most part, you know what you're going to lose. That's not the case in options. D Wall, you still got that short, man. Nice. Yeah, that's the zone for it. Overnight high by prior day high, level of interest there, serving as resistance. I mean, if we invert this, yeah, I'd be long. I'd be long. It's a nice long right there. Flip the chart upside down. It's a long setup. That's nice. Nice work. Nice work. Oh, we got Mish in here too. My goodness. We're like early 2025 right here. Where's the best prop firm with no activation fee? Funded next. Mish says Lucid. I'm pretty sure Lucid has activation fee, no? No, Jacob, TPT is superior, but they definitely have an activation fee. Right now, I'm pretty sure TPT's current promotion is they will either refund your. Let me check. They have a nice promotion right now. It's either they'll refund your activation fee on your first payout, or they'll refund the account fee. Let's see if I can find that. Oh yeah, it's no activation fee right now. So yeah, I take back what I said. It's TPT all day. No activation fee. Yeah, Lucid's up there. Lucid's top 5 for sure. The Lucid, they're new. They have a new plan. It's called the Lucid Flex. Yeah, no activation. Misha's correct on that. Lucid Flex, no activation. No consistency either. Yeah, they're trying to they're coming after TPT. All right, see you, Ray. Have a good day, man. And Kia, I'm keeping 200 by 225 on watch. So far, still just with my one trade this morning, 75 points. Buyers could not break this area, overnight high, prior day high area. The level of interest right through there at 380. TSX came up, I can't exit position. The one good thing about Top Step is they tend to make it right. Typically. So just be ready to contact support them. D-Wall, nice trade, man. Well done. Post up those executions in the tank. I want to see that. You have ES back into session lows. All right, let's see how the lows will be treated on NASDAQ. ES marked a new low of day. Two 225 D wall. NASDAQ fresh lows. A little uptick in volume. And ES is into 68.35 level of interest. You got an overnight low right there on ES, just beneath current price. Doesn't look like much buying interest here on NQ, which means I'll wait for this area down into here. See if 225 is reclaimed. Looks like Top Step is announcing their brokerage. That's what I'm seeing on Twitter. That's pretty wild. I don't know if anyone would trust their brokerage with how Project X has been going lately. You gonna put your own capital in there? Decent little uptick in volume here on NASDAQ. Let's keep an eye on how this 5 minute closes. Currently shaped like a hammer. I like a push, immediate push up and through 260. Otherwise, it's just going to be a scalp. Same area, the 200 by 220, or excuse me, 200 by 225. There we go. Trim, trim some. And now we just ride. Pretty much same idea as earlier, just a little bit lower, but you still have the spring set up. I took a little bit of a later entry, as you can see there, just waiting for a little more confirmation. Price to reclaim that 225, like I mentioned a minute ago. Now we're into volume point of control for the sesh. I'll put the trail just basically a little better than break even, see what we can get out of this thing. I'd like to target the highs, but that may be a little ambitious. D-Wall caught that as well. Nice, man. Nicole caught that long. Nice work. Good to see you, Nicole. There was a nice long there on ES. Perfect test at overnight low. All right, NQ. Nice. Let's push. Let's push. So I'll lift the trail a little bit here. 241. Like when the trades are just nice and smooth. It's the dream right there. That's why the ones that don't go immediately, I have no problem taking them off because I know these sorts of trades exist, and that's what I like to trade. That's what I'm looking for. Trades that just go, they go, they go, they go right away. So if it doesn't do that and I take it off and then it rips later, I don't really care. It's not the trade, it's not the idea I wanted. It's not the action I wanted. See, we get a break at 25,300. You have the extended hours as well as the regular trading hours volume point of control right here. So a lot of volume right in this area. And my trail sits at 241.5. So we'll see if it gets taken out. Still riding, still riding. We break 25,290. I'll lift the trail up to, let's see, what is that area? 253, basically. There's the trail. Trailed out. Trailed out. We'll take it. NASDAQ knocked down at volume point of control. So yeah, I'd really like to see this area trade down here. Hit prior day low. Prior day low is down at 25,033 on a non-back adjusted chart. Nasdaq coming back into the lows. Looking like the trail was a good call there. And potentially another lower high in the making if NQ marks a fresh low on the day. How's everyone's morning so far? A little more than 1 hour into the sesh. How's it looking? No trades. It's been a great month. Solid green. Nice work, Mike. Solid green. B-Link. Nice work. Nice work. One for two, getting good trades, but these trades will not push. All good. All good. We can't control that. As long as your entries stay dialed and you are disciplined to your plan and rules. So we got to control the controllables. Workplace small green. Nice work. Nice work. All right. And Q, I would expect the lows to break. We'll see. Let's get an update on our higher time frame. Oh, we're still on the daily over here. That hammer is gone. Whoa. Okay. Look at that 2 hour bar. Still has an hour left on it. Hourly's big bearish engulfing. Still has 17 minutes on it. Another small little bounce there from 200. No position on this one. All right, D. Well, take care, man. Nice work today. All right, another little solid bounce from the same zone. No position, like I said. When the prior bounce rolls over like it did at volume point of control, I'd fully expect fresh lows, especially with the ES a little bit weaker. So that's why I pass on that trade. And we'll see if buyers can actually break up through 25,300 right now. Basically, this area right through here. Look at the 5 minute. You have another hammer on the 5 minute. So 5 minute definitely looks better. Let's clean up this chart a little bit. And let me see this 5 minute. Yeah, look at the 5 minute. It looks better. Got need to see a break. You see a break at this area right through here. 280. There we go. It's trying. Prior 15 minute bar is a little doji. Price is currently through. Prior 15 minute bar high. See it right there. So we get the push. So far, it's just a range day, right? Range. Talked about the structure here before the open. Let's check the 30 minute. And we can see more responsive buyers here at 200 by 225. So that was the main focus this morning. And so far, it's just a little, there's a little look above that high. Yeah, you don't want to see a rejection right there. There's sellers back in it. Another rejection right there at volume point of control. And now what the 5 minute is showing us is just pure barcode. There's sideways trading right there. ABT just took a long, good to know. Got the next 30-minute bar opening in 7 minutes. That should be the hourly closure as well. Let's take a look at our 60. Get that hourly will close in 7 minutes. There's near-term range trading as far as I'm concerned. 380 by 100 and 200 and 225 as a midpoint. 200 by 225 was the main focus this morning. So far, I just have those two trades for the regular session. Notice how both longs are in the same area for the most part. It's knowing where you want to engage with price. And then once price actually gets there, waiting for the setup and executing accordingly. So let's see if 300 breaks here this time. There's not a lot I can do as far as positioning is concerned with the current structure. We're in the middle of today's range, so I'd need basically a sweep of the low, like some action back down into here, or break above prior day high, and then give some market structure entry to work with. Notice how the 5 minute barcode starting to resolve higher. So we talked about this hammer, and it took some time, but starting to push higher. It's like value area high sits right there at about 345. Which you have if you have any longs on, that would be a good first target. Value area high 345, and then you want to go for session highs. Like I said, I have no position. Just commenting on price. There's your value area high for both extended hours and regular trading hours. I want to see this 11 a.m. move if we have one, and then most likely we'll just call it a morning. Pretty good Tuesday. No complaints today. And we talked about value area high is a good first target. Look what's happening at value area high. A little rejection there. Is Top Step still down? Wow. All morning? There's 11 a.m. So see how the structure develops. Session volume point of control was resistance a little earlier, right? Price breaks above, tags value area high, comes back, retests that structure point, holds that support, and now it's right back into value area high. I'm gonna call it right there. A pretty good morning. We have an intraday range currently in play. So what I'll be looking at for late morning is either action above this zone right here, and that can look like basically a break above prior day high and then some structural retest, and that would be my entry. Or I'll watch for a reversal, maybe a spring setup down into this zone. As of right now, we're 2 for 2 for the regular sesh. 200 by 225 was the main focus. We'll take it. We will take it. Hope you guys had a good morning. We'll keep it going in the Traders Think Tank. Otherwise, that's a wrap on today. Project X messed up again. Yeah, sounds like they're having big issues today. If Top Step or any Project X props are your only option, it's now is the time to look for alternatives just as a backup. You don't have that backup account with Tradeovate or Rhythmic or whatever else you want to use, but get a backup. Get something else in the works. Because it's been like a weekly issue with Project X. I mean, I'm sure that I'm personally I'm confident that they'll get it fixed and eventually it'll be solid. But as of right now, I mean, you want to have some sort of backup. Rhythmic dropping Onyx, I guess, is the competition of Project X. I've not seen that, Benny. Is that a web-based platform? I would assume if it's going to be Project X competition. Onyx. Let's see if I could find it. Onyx. Onyx trading platform. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Did this just pop up? Someone must have jumped on it once they saw Project X was pulling out from all these other. Yeah, this looks brand new. I can barely find anything on it. Trading view charts, one click trading. Oh yeah, it looks exactly like Project X. Someone just swipe the swipe the Project X code. Wow, cool. I mean, it's good to have alternatives. It is always a positive. Sweet. Was trading on Top Step today and I was in a long, but it would not let me take profit. Then the site crashed. 1 hour later, my account is liquidated. Contact support. See if they'll help you out. Anytime you're having any sort of broker issue, platform issue, start screen recording, start taking screenshots immediately because you want to have some sort of proof. If you have no proof, if you have nothing documented, then they can easily just say, no, we didn't have any widespread outage reported at this time. So you want to have some proof. It's kind of it's ridiculous that it comes to that, but just make sure, as frustrating as it is in those moments, that you have some documentation. Dom daily goal hit. Nice. That's good. Good deal. Yeah, and that goes without Project X either. Like any brokerage, you start having some problems, just pop open screen recording, take some screenshots, make sure it's all documented. So you have, again, proof is just essential. But that's a wrap for me. Gonna call it a day. We'll be live tomorrow. No stream next week. Taking next week off, and then the week of New Year's, TBD. We'll see. We'll see. But we'll definitely be live tomorrow and the rest of this week. So I'll see you guys in the morning. If you're not in the Traders Think Tank, if you are in the Traders Think Tank, I'll see you in there in a few minutes. Thanks for your time and take care.